Hello, my name is Ashley DeWong. I am the 2-year-old teacher here at the nursery, and I have taught here for about 6 years. Now, there are many things that I love about teaching, but I would have to say one of my favorite things is probably seeing the rapid growth take place in the children. Children are like sponges, and they love to absorb any type of knowledge you have to offer, and they do it quickly. At this stage, it is very evident that their minds are so curious, so I truly enjoy watching them soak it all in. I am very excited because today we'll be diving into several activities in a pre-K classroom. These activities include language development, poetry and finger plays, songs, and art time as well. I will be discussing these subjects a little in the beginning, and then I'm going to have some special guests come in and show how we would do these activities in our very own classroom. Let's begin with language development. Children love to learn new things. Wouldn't you agree? Language development is a time to introduce new concepts. Now, although developing a child's language skills happens routinely throughout each and every day, having a set time for language development during the day provides the teacher with an opportunity to focus on specific people, places, animals, and other things such as transportation, manners, seasons, and so many more. Language development also allows the children to answer many why and how questions. Having this special time built in a daily schedule gives you as a teacher an opportunity to teach new things, and it also helps build an excitement for what the children will learn. Before we talk about teaching language development, let's discuss the whys, as I like to call them, or why do we teach language development? The first why is to develop their language skills. Several students coming into your classroom may barely be able to talk. For this reason, language development can help increase their language skills and introduce them to new vocabulary as well. The second why is to increase their listening skills. The children are eager to listen during this time because it is all new information. Ask good thinking questions throughout this lesson in order to keep them with us. We can do this by having a fun activity throughout the lesson. This will help them be more engaged, and not only will it increase their listening skills, but it will also help strengthen their motor skills because there will be more movement involved. Participation gives children enjoyment, which will in turn provide for longer periods of listening. So essentially, the more fun they are having, the more captivated they will be, the longer they will listen. The third why is to develop an appreciation for God's creation. It is so important that we stress that God made whatever it is we are teaching about that day. And it's fun to teach God's love through creation as well. Reminding them that God made us a beautiful world to live in and enjoy is just one of the ways a teacher can show appreciation for what God has created. Now that you know the whys of language development, let's talk about the how. In order to ensure a better, more successful language lesson, we can begin by planning what we are going to teach. What materials do we need? One of the things we need is the Language Development Teacher Guide. The contents of this book include all the information you need to know to teach your language lesson. Now, once you've read this information, you may realize that it can be too much for your students, and that's okay. The teacher guide is simply for you to use as a help or an aid to you. Take what you think your students can handle, make the lesson your own, and bring it down to their level. The second thing you'll need are your language development cards. These really help capture the student's attention. A lot of the times, a lot of the things that we will be teaching about, the students have never seen before. Children are very much visual learners, so learning is enhanced when they can see what they are hearing about. Now that we know what we need for the language development lesson, let's move on to the parts of the language development lesson. The teacher guide is a great tool because it already has the parts of the lesson planned out for you. There are 3 main parts to the lesson: the introduction, looking and thinking, and talking about it. Let's start with the introduction. We really want to get them excited during this time. So think about what items you can bring, what sounds you can make, and what actions you can do in order to get them guessing what you might be learning about that day. Ask yourself what you can do to spark the children's interest. The second part is the looking and thinking. This is the actual lesson. If you look at the manual, the key words that you'll be teaching, or the words that you want them to know and remember, are already in bold for you. These words will be new and interesting for them to learn. What we need to do is explain or show them what they mean, and then ask questions about them. When we ask questions, it helps the children put into words what they are learning, and then we can see whether or not they are understanding what is being taught. During this time, you also want to focus their attention to listen as the information is given. How do we do this? Through motivation. Earlier, we talked about having a fun activity to prolong periods of listening, and motivation is how we can achieve this. The children love to be able to get up in front of their friends, come out of their chairs, and put the fish in the net, or bring the stuffed animal back to their seats. Different things like this really help captivate the students' attention. The last part is the talking about it. This is a section dedicated for asking questions. And if you look at your teacher guide again, this section is located at the very end of the lesson. However, as stated earlier, it is important to ask questions throughout the lesson. When you are teaching, it is good to use what we call the building blocks method. This is when you teach a little bit of material, ask a question or two on the material just taught, teach a little bit more material, ask another question or two about that material and the previous information as well. If you keep asking questions on the new information and the old, the children will better comprehend what you are teaching. Asking questions throughout will help reinforce what is being learned. Now that we've discussed the whys and the hows of language development, this is the fun part. I brought my friends to come and help show how we would do language development in our class. Okay, boys and girls, guess what? It is time for language. Today we get to learn about a new animal. I want you to listen big with your ears for this sound, and maybe you can tell me what animal we're going to be learning about. Are you listening? Listen big. Did you hear? Listen again, listen. Did you hear that? Naomi, what animal will we be learning about today? Oh, Naomi's turn. What animal? Birds. Some birds. Look at my card. God made the birds, and He made all the birds to be all different sizes, all different shapes, and all different colors. Look at how many different types of birds that God made. Ooh, I got some birds with me today. Let's see if you can tell me their colors. Kylie, what color is this bird?
Green and white and pink.
And pink, you're right. Mario's turn now. Mario, what color is this bird? It is red. And we've got some black in there as well. And what about this one, Thomas? Thomas, what color is this bird?
Blue.
It is blue. So we see that God made the birds to be all different colors. Who made the birds? Naomi.
God.
God made the birds. Naomi can come put an egg in our nest. Did God make the birds to be the same color, Kylie?
No.
Kylie's turn. Kylie, did God make the birds to be the same colors? Answer with your words. Are they the same?
No.
No, they're all
Different.
They're all different. Kylie can come put an egg in our nest. Be fast. There you go. We're keeping the eggs all safe. Kylie can have a seat. Now let's see what the birds look like. The birds have some of the same parts that we have. We see the bird has a head. Do we have a head? Yes. We see the bird has a body. Do we have a body? Oh, Naomi, do we have a body? Yes, we do. We see the bird has 2 legs. Do we have 2 legs? Yes. So God gave the birds some parts that are the same like we have. But look at what is different. Look at the bird's mouth. Is the bird's mouth the same as Mr. Wong's mouth? No, it is a little different. You see here it has a little point to it. The bird's mouth is called a beak. What is the bird's mouth called, Mario?
Beak.
Oh, Mario's turn. Mario, what is the bird's mouth called?
Beak.
A beak. Mario can come put an egg in our nest. So a beak is different on a bird. And look at what else is different. I see 1, 2 wings. Thomas, what else is different on a bird? The bird has wings. Thomas can come put an egg in our nest. Who made the birds, Kylie?
God.
God made the birds. Kylie can come put an egg in our nest. Now let's see. The birds do what with their wings? They
Fly.
Ooh, they do fly. Naomi got it right. Let's see what the birds use to help them fly. Walking big.
The feather.
I'll show you. Right here. God gave feathers to cover the bird's skin to help them to fly. Oh, the feathers are so soft. Would you like to feel my feather? Hands in lap. Ooh, Kylie, put her hands in her lap quickly. Kylie can touch my feather. Oh, Naomi's turn. The feather is so soft and it helps our birds to fly. Now, not all birds can fly, but most of them do. And God gave them the feathers to fly. Thomas, what did God give the bird to help them to fly? What did God give? The
Bird.
Is this fur?
No.
No. What is this called? A
Feather.
Thomas's turn. I like how you were helping Naomi. Thomas, listen to Naomi's words. Naomi, what did God give the bird to help fly?
Feather.
A feather. Thomas, what did God give the bird to help fly?
Feather.
A feather. Thomas can come put an egg in our nest. And Naomi, you were helping big. You can come put an egg in our nest too. So God gave the birds feathers to fly. And look at what else. It's okay, Thomas. Stand up. Sit on your bottom. You're okay. Look at what else God gave. He gave the birds nests to live in. Let's see how a bird makes his nest. Oh, Mr. Wong brought something to help put our nest together. The first thing that the birds use to build a nest is grass. What is it?
Grass.
It's grass. Oh, the birds will find the grass on the ground and they will put it on to make their nest so cozy and nice. Come put some grass in our nest, Mario. Help Mr. Wong build our nest. Thank you. Oh, drop some. Pick it up and put it in your nest right there. Thank you for helping. Let's see what else the birds use to build their nest. Oh, the birds use sticks to build their nest. Oh, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 sticks. They find the sticks on the ground to help them build. Naomi, come. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you for helping. So grass and sticks, and what else? Feathers. Oh, they use feathers too. So Mr. Wong's gonna put some feathers in our nest, and after they put all these things in our nest, the bird uses the mud to pack it all together so it stays firm. What else does the bird put in his nest?
Black.
What is it?
Black. Feather.
Feathers. Kylie can come.
Feather.
Put a feather in our nest. There you go. And then when he's all done, he uses the mud to pack it all in to keep it nice and safe. And you know what it looks like when she is all done making her nest? Do it quickly, Kylie. It looks like this. Watch where you're going. Go back and have a seat. Look. This is what a bird's nest looks like. What do you see in there?
Eggs.
They're eggs. Do you know why birds make nests? Is so they can have a home and so they can have a place to lay their eggs, to keep their eggs safe. Now, Mr. Wong brought some eggs for us to see. When there are baby birds inside, the birds use their beak to peck, peck, peck from the inside. And when they're ready to come out, they hatch. What is it called when a bird is ready to come out of their egg, Thomas? Thomas's turn. Thomas's turn. Try again. Thomas, what is it called when the bird is ready to come out? It's called hatching. Thomas can come put an egg in our nest. It's called hatching. So the nest is to keep the eggs safe. Why did God give the birds nests, Naomi? To keep the birds
Safe.
To keep the birds safe. Naomi can come have a turn. All right, you can have a seat. You all did such a wonderful job listening about learning about this animal. What animal did we learn about today? Oh, Mr. Wong just told you. Were you listening? What animal did we learn about today? The birds. You were listening so big. Way to go. Thank you for being my helpers today. The next subject we'll be discussing is poetry and finger plays. These can add so much to your day and can be a huge asset to you as a teacher. So let's get into poetry and the purposes of it. The first one is to introduce them to a wide variety of poetry. At this age, it may be the first time the children are hearing a poem, so having this time can really get them to be familiar with something like this. As the children are introduced to more poetry, the more excited they will get about it, and the more eager they will be to learn a poem as well. When you teach a poem, you really want to bring the poem to life in order to expand the child's imagination. So we want to use good vocal inflections and different facial expressions as well. This can cultivate emotion and feeling and passion as well. And when we show passion through poetry, it will create passion in the children. After teaching a poem, we want to use it throughout the day to reinforce it. And then they can commit it to memory much more easily. Just like poems, finger plays are little rhymes as well, but we use motions and finger movements for these. The purposes of finger plays is to teach and to entertain through play, to quiet a restless group, to expand the memory, and to improve motor control. One of the best things I love to do finger plays for is to transition to the next subject. A lot of the times the children will get restless or antsy, so having a finger play handy is really good for transitioning into the next subject. At this time, I'm going to invite our friends to join us again to recite some poetry and finger plays. All right, boys and girls, eyes up here. It's time to do some poems and finger plays. Would you like to help me today?
Yeah.
All right, turn around. Hands in your lap, bottoms on your bottoms, back to the back, Mario. Are you ready? We're going to say, visit the zoo. Are you going to help me? Ready? We'll visit the animals that live in the zoo. Zebra, gorilla, giraffe, kangaroo, elephant and monkey, alligator, bear, lion and tiger and yak will be there. Antelope and buffalo, panda bear too. God made all the animals that live in the zoo. Thomas, I heard you trying to say that with Mr. Wong. You can come be my helper. Come up to the front. We're going to do the apple tree. I put my basket right here. Where do the apples go? On the floor?
No.
No, they go in the
Basket.
on your bottom. Ready, Thomas? We're going to say the apple tree. Here we go. Hands up. Hold your apples. Ready? Way up high in the apple tree, two little apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came the apples. They were good. Thank you, Thomas. You may have a seat. Mario can come. Mario, come hold my turtle tight. Ready? We're going to say the turtle, the little turtle. There was a little turtle, he lived in a he swam in a puddle, he climbed on a rock, he snapped at a he snapped at a flea, he snapped at a minnow, and he snapped at
Me.
He caught the mosquito, he caught the flea, he caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. All right, thank you, Mary. You can have a seat. Next one. Kylie, come. Hold my bowl. Hold it tight so it does not fall. Turn around and show your friends. We're going to say the pancake. Ready? Mix a pancake, stir a pancake, pop it in the pan. Mr. Wong's turn. Fry the pancake. Toss the pancake. Whoop. Catch it if you can. Did Mr. One catch it that time? There you go. Thank you, Kylie. You can have a seat. You can help me another time. Thank you. You can have a seat. Happy heart. All right. I have some glasses now. Naomi, come. We're going to say Grandma's glasses. Keep glasses off. There we go. Glasses on. Ready? Here are Grandma's glasses. Here is Grandma's hat. Put your hat on. This is the way she folds her arms and lays them in her lap. Glasses off. Grandpa's. Here are Grandpa's glasses. Here is Grandpa's hat. This is the way he folds his arms, just like that. Thank you. All right, now I need all my friends to come. Kylie may come. Thomas may come. Mario may come. Turn around, waiting. Naomi can come too. You are going to be my bees. Oops, sorry. We're going to say, here is the beehive. Okay, show me your beehive. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them fly out of the hive. Bzzz, 1. Bzzz, 2. Bzzz, 3. Bzzz, 4. Bzzz, 5. Ready? Bzzz, all fly away. Put it behind. Behind. There you go. All right. Bees can come back. All the way back home.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bees. All right, we have one more poem to say. Stand up. We're going to do try again. Sit down. Are we going to stand on our chair when we get up, Mario?
No.
Try again. Class, stand.
No.
Here we go. We're going to sing Animal Play, so we're going to hop first. Are you ready? We'll hop, hop, hop like a bunny. We'll run, run, run like a dog. We'll swim, swim, swim like a turtle. We'll jump, jump, jump like a frog. We'll trump, trump, trump like an elephant. We'll fly, fly, fly like a bird. Then we'll sit back down and fold our hands and not say a single word. Way to go. Another way to engage your children is by singing songs. Singing songs is one of the children's favorite parts of the day. A few things that singing can do is that it can enhance the children's academics, it can establish and reinforce good manners and habits, and it can change the atmosphere in the classroom or regroup. One of the ways song time can be done is by allowing the children to play instruments. Come join us again as we sing a couple songs from our Fun Songs for Little Ones CD. Boys and girls, it is time to sing some songs. We're going to start by singing The Mulberry Bush. Listen for Mr. Wong to say, pass it to a friend. Are you ready, Mario? We're going to start by singing The Mulberry Bush. Okay? So get your arms out. We're going to go round and round. Ready? Not yet. Put it down. Waiting. Here we go. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush so early in the morning. Okay, Mario, instrument up. The rest of our friends can clap. Ready? This is the way we clap our hands, we clap our hands, we clap our hands. This is the way we clap our hands so early in the morning. Mario can pass it to Thomas. Thomas's turn. Thomas will wait. Okay, ready? We're going to wash. Ready? This is the way we wash our hands, we wash our hands, we wash our hands. This is the way we wash our hands so early in the morning. Thomas, pass it to Kylie. Kylie's turn.
It's my turn.
We're waiting. Kylie can have instruments up. Ready? This is the way we brush our hair, we brush our hair, we brush our hair. This is the way we brush our hair so early in the morning. Kylie can pass it to Naomi. Oh, be careful. Hand it to her nicely. We're going to try again. Come put it right here the right way. It stays on the table. Thank you. Naomi, instrument up. The rest of our class can tie your shoes. Ready? All right, way to go. Naomi can put her instrument down. Hands in our lap. Now all of our friends get a turn. Hands in your
lap.
Show me. Thank you. Leaving it on the table. We're going to sing Miss Polly. Are you ready? Not yet. Wait for Mr. Wong to say instruments. Up. Okay, ready? Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. So she called for the doctor to come quick, quick, quick.
The doctor came with his bag and his hat.
Instruments up. On the door with the rabbit hat. He looked at the dolly and he shook his head. And he said, Miss Polly had her sick instead. He wrote on a paper for a little trip. I'll be back in a instruments down. Wow, you will be quickly. Way to go. Okay. Mario can put his instrument. Ooh. Mario. Naomi put her instrument away. Kylie may put her instrument away. Miss can do it too. Good job singing, boys and girls. I like how you waited patiently for your turn. The last activity we have for today is art time. Throughout the year, the children will learn to color, glue, and paint. You as the teacher can determine the success of art time. The project that you will be seeing us do is from week 30 from the curriculum and can be found on page 111 in the Arts and Crafts book. The children have learned about their senses and that touching is one of them. Our sense of touch can tell us if things are smooth, hard, rough, sticky, and many more. Some things that you'll need for this art project is glue, a lid for the glue, and a Q-tip to transfer the glue from the lid to the paper. I'm going to have our little friends come one last time to show how we would glue in our classroom. All right, Mr. Wong's class, it is time to do a special project today. What do you think we'll be doing today? Are we going to color?
No.
Are we going to paint?
No.
No, we get to do something special. We get to glue. Now, we know that lots of things feel different. What do lots of things feel? They feel different. Some things are hard, some things are soft, some things are rough, some things are smooth. So we're going to glue some things on our paper that feel different. What do we feel with? Our hands. We feel with our hands. So the first thing we're going to glue is this ribbon. Oh, where do you think the ribbon goes? Does it go on our sheet? No. Where does it go? On the
Present.
On the present. So watch Mr. Wong first. I'm going to take my glue. I dip, dip, dip. Did Mr. Wong get a lot? No. So am I going to play with it and take my time and be so slow? No. I dip, dip, dip fast. I get what I need. And look. I put the glue on the purple ribbon. Did I put glue up here on the bow? No, I put glue right here on the ribbon. Do you think the ribbon is smooth or hard? It is
hard.
Ooh, is it hard? Is it hard like my table? It is smooth, Naomi. The ribbon is smooth. Mario, what is the ribbon? It is smooth. It is smooth. So watch what I do. I put my glue on the purple strip and look, the ribbon goes right in the middle. What happens if my paper starts to move? What can I do? I put my helping hand down. My helping hand down. Okay, have patience. I'm going to give you a piece of ribbon. Are we going to touch yet?
No.
We're having
Patience.
patience. Oh, let me get one for you, Thomas. Okay, you may pick up your Q-tips, dip in your glue, put glue on the paper, not on the ribbon. Good job, Thomas. Oh, not on the ribbon, right here. Right here, on the purple strip. Good, Mario was listening. I like how Naomi did not get too much. Thomas, you can dip a little bit more and put some more glue on the purple strip. You can too, Kylie. Good job. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Put your Q-tips in your trays. Naomi, pick up your ribbon and put glue on the strip. You push down hard. I like how Thomas did it quickly. Push down, not banging. Way to go. Okay, now we're going to flip it this way. And push down. Okay, when we push down, we put our hands in our lap. Show me. Okay, we're going to glue something else now. We're going to go to the little lamb. Where do your hands go, Kylie? The little lamb. Do you think the lamb is hard or soft?
Soft.
It is soft. So I'm going to glue my cotton ball because the cotton ball is soft. What is the cotton ball, class?
Soft.
It is soft. So watch what I do. I dip my Q-tip in my glue. Do I put glue on the cotton ball? No, I put glue on the sheet. You're right. Where do I put the glue, Naomi?
The sheet.
On the sheet. When I am all done, did I use a lot? No, just a little bit. When I am all done, I push down hard. What do? I push down hard so the cotton ball sticks. Okay, now have patience. Mario has his hands in his lap. Naomi is waiting patiently. Thomas is not touching his paper. Kylie has her hands in her lap. Okay, are you ready? Pick up your Q-tips. Put glue on the little lamb. If you need more, you can dip again in your lid. Good, Mario. Slow and steady. Good, Thomas, but just the right amount. Dip a little bit more, Mario. You need a little bit more glue. Naomi, put some more glue on this side. There you go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Put your Q-tips down. Mario obeyed quickly. Naomi obeyed quickly that time. Kylie, what are we doing? Thank you. You may pick up your cotton balls and push down. Push down. It's okay. You will get it later. Okay, hands in your lap. And we are all done. Way to go, boys and girls. You were listening so well to all our directions. I am so proud of you. Thank you for coming along and joining me for these activities. I hope it was helpful to you and that you were able to take some things out from it. Language development, poetry and finger plays, songs, and art are all part of a very successful pre-K classroom. If you have fun yourself and enjoy the process, you can make activity time fun as well.
Hello, my name is Anita Owens, and I'm the older toddler coordinator here at the nursery. I've been teaching for almost 30 years and have had the privilege to work for the last 13 years in the nursery. Now, we know in teaching preschool that storytelling is a big part of our day. First of all, I'd like to tell you some ways to tell a story. One, you can do by video. Video is easy, convenient. You don't have to have a lot of thought in it, but it's also repetitive, and the children get to where they memorize the video. You can also use books. Books are a great way to tell stories. You can use imagination in the stories. You can also use voice intonation in the stories. Lastly, you can use a picture. Amber Lamb stories provide the simplicity of a picture to tell a story, and you can provide the imagination to use the story in many different ways. Next, I'd like to tell you how to tell the story itself. We first start with the introduction. To introduce the story, you would want to tell a song or a finger poem just to get them with you in the story. You'd also like to maybe ask a question or something that would help them with the story. You can also use a character development or a character trait or concept to introduce the story. Next is your telling of the story or the body of the story. Facial expressions are a great way to tell a story. You can raise your eyebrows, you can move your head, even moving your whole body to tell a story is a great way to tell a story. You can use voice intonations, like having this, as you tell the story, you can have your voice lower or you can have your voice higher as you're telling different characters in the story. Next, you can use props in the story. Props are a great way to get the children involved in the story. We can use props that they can take and hold, or we can use visuals. The Abeka digital clip art is a great way to have stories about Amber Lamb that you can use the visuals in the story. Next is the conclusion. In the conclusion, you would want to retell the story, review with questions that you may have in the story, or make an application to the story. That way they can understand it better. Today, I would like to demonstrate storytelling with 3 different ages. First, I'll have the 18 to 24-month children. Those are the older toddlers. Now, older toddlers have a very short attention span, and they have limited vocabulary. So, when we have a story for them, I'll be using the story called Fishing with Grandpa, and I use this at the end of our Sea Theme Week during our lessons. First, you can introduce it with a song or finger play, and that helps to get the wiggles out as well as get their attention in a fun way. Next, I'll use key words while I'm telling the story. Key words such as patience, such as safe, and help. Those are words that we would use in our class every day. And then at the conclusion, I would sing a song with them, a song that uses maybe some of those key words, such as thank you. Boys and girls, today we're going to catch a fish. You catch a fish? Let's try again. We're going to catch a fish and catch it. Cannot do it in a what?
Dish.
In a dish. We're going to drive a boat out to sea, then fish for fish. Say 1, 2, and 3. Super job. We have a friend today that is catching a fish, but she didn't start her day off catching a fish. First of all, she had to wake up. Can you stretch real big? Oh, stretch so big. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh, she had to wake up so big, and she went running into her kitchen. She was excited because today, Seaver, guess what? She was going to go fishing with her grandpa. Oh, she had a nice big breakfast. Kellen, why don't you come up here and put the breakfast on the board for us? Let's see what she had for breakfast. Thank you. We're going to go right down here so everybody can see it. Thank you so much, Kellen. She had cereal and milk. You put them together in a bowl. She used her big spoon to eat with. Then she had something on the side. What is that?
Milk. Juice.
Juice, very good. She had milk or juice on the side, and it was very, very tasty. She got to eat her breakfast with Grandpa that morning. They were sitting off in their truck to go to Pensacola Bay. Oh, Pensacola Bay, to look for fish, to fish for fish, and see all kinds of fun things like we've been talking about while we were talking about the sea this week. Boys and girls, they got in the truck and they went driving, but they had to drive a long, long time. And do you get wiggles? Do you get wiggles when you drive? Oh, does Seaver get wiggles? Yeah, you get wiggles too. Sometimes Jackson gets wiggles, so she had to look out the window and see what was going on. She got to see pretty houses, she got to see pretty trees, she got to see all kinds of things while she was having patience waiting to get to Pensacola Bay. Then, boys and girls, after she got there, they had to take the boat out and put it in the water. She waited in having patience for that too. Then, after all of that, Grandpa put on his jacket and he said, Amber, we've got to put on your jacket too to be safe in the boat. And say boat. Boat. So that's what she did. Oh, let's see. Amber, come up. Can you put her having patience in the boat? Oh, we're going to put it right up here. Right up here. There you go. Put right up there in the water. Now, boys and girls, as she was having patience in the boat, she got to look around and see all kinds of things because she had to have patience when Grandpa was putting the bait on the line so that way those fish would have a tasty treat that day. Let's see now. She was looking and looking when all of a sudden, Brooklyn, come up. What did she see? She saw something in Pensacola Bay and the water jump out. It was a dolphin. Thank you so much. Dolphin, you did such a super job. Dolphin, yes, she saw a dolphin jump out of the water. Then, boys and girls, when that dolphin jumped out of the water, she got such a blessing. She was so happy she had never seen a dolphin before. Well, as they were waiting, the line went down, down, down into the water, and she held it and held it and had patience. They sang songs, they told stories. Then all of a sudden, there was a tug on the line. What was she going to do? Oh, she was going to reel it in. She needed some help from Grandpa to do this. Oh, she needed lots of help because it was a very big fish. It came up out of the water. Look at there. It is a pretty color. What color is it? Green is right. Very good, Ember. It is a big green fish. They put it in a special bucket so that way they could show it to Mommy and Daddy when she got home. You know what Mommy did? When they were getting breakfast, she put something in the boat. Oh, what did she put in the boat? Let's see. Rosalie, can you come and put that right up here? She put a special lunch in the boat. Mommy knew that she would get hungry, so she put a special lunch in the boat. Thank you, Rosalie. Good job. And they got to eat sandwiches and cookies. Oh, and drink some more of that yummy juice. Thank you. Sit down so big. Super job. Now, boys and girls. Oh, Amber had such a fun day. And when she went back home with Mommy and Daddy, she told Grandpa before he left, she said, Thank you, Grandpa, for taking me fishing. I had such a good time. Let's see if we can always say thank you and always say please. Are you ready? Always say thank you, always say please. When we're ungrateful, God is not pleased. Answer politely, do it with ease. Always say thank you, always say please. Super job. Thank you so much for your hard work today.
2-year-olds is our next age. Now, 2-year-olds have a longer attention span and they have a larger vocabulary, but they always want to know why something happened or why things are like they are. To introduce our language development lesson on groceries, I decided to choose Amber Lamb's grocery trip. Now, in the introduction, I asked a question. I told how Amber Lamb loves to go shopping, but in our picture, Amber Lamb is sad when she is shopping. So we had to find out why she was sad. During the body, I tried to portray the concept of an action and a reaction. And that answers the question, why? Many times with children, they have something happen to them and they have an automatic reaction. But I wanted them to know that you don't have to have an automatic reaction to the story or to the action, that you can think about what you're doing and remember what you have been told to have the correct reaction. At the conclusion, I reviewed some questions to help them understand this. And I made the simple application of our action and reaction.
Well, good morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad that you came today. Oh, looky here. We have a fun story that we're going to tell, and it is about Amber Lamb. Amber Lamb has lots of adventures, doesn't she? One of her favorite things to do is to go shopping. Kylie, do you like to go shopping with Mommy?
Me too.
You like to go shopping too? Good job.
Me too.
Well, sometimes you go shopping for clothes, or sometimes you go shopping to get a pretty hair bow or some new shoes for the boys.
Yes.
Well, today, Amber Lamb is going shopping with Mommy. She loves to go shopping. But what happened to Amber Lamb? She does not look very happy right now, does she? We're going to find out in our story today why she was so unhappy. Boys and girls, today, Mommy was writing and writing and writing. Amber knew what that was for. They were going to the grocery store. She loved going to the grocery store to be a good helper and help her Mommy pick out the groceries for the week. One of the things they did was get the shopping cart out and start to push. She remembered that Mommy said always stay with her in the grocery store. Boys and girls, she got to see all kinds of yummy things and good things to eat. But then Mommy saw somebody. Mommy saw Mrs. Nanny Goat. Mrs. Nanny Goat told her about some apples. Do you like apples? Yes, Miss Owens likes apples too. Nice, big, red, juicy apples that were on sale that week. Oh, apples. There's some yummy apples right there. Let's see if Allie, do you think you can get 4 apples out? She let Amber Lamb get 4 apples out of the apple bin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. That's all, just 4. Thank you. Thank you for your help though. 4 apples out of the apple bin because she was gonna make an apple pie. Oh, Amber Lamb loved apple pie. She got those apples and she put them in her cart. Then, as they were pushing the cart along, they saw something bright and yellow. Oh, Thomas, do you see something bright and yellow on my board? What is it?
Banana.
Banana, that's right, Mario. Thank you for your helper. They love to eat bananas with their breakfast, so they got some bananas to put in their grocery carts. You like cheese? Well, why don't you take some cheese and put it in the grocery store cart? Because Amber Lamb liked cheese too. She liked cheese on her sandwiches and she liked cheese just to eat for fun. Oh, well, with cheese you gotta have something to drink, don't you? Kylie, do you think you can come up here and get the milk? Oh, they were just about done with all of their shopping. You put the milk in the grocery cart for me? Thank you, good job. Now, they were just about done when all of a sudden, Amber saw somebody. She was so excited. She saw someone with a little baby. Oh, that was a new baby. It was so little and tiny. Allie, you have a little baby at your house, don't you? Yes, he's getting bigger and bigger though, isn't he? Boys and girls, she saw that, and so she went running down to see the baby. As she was looking at the baby and watching the baby as it was just twinkling his little hands and blinking his little eyes, she thought, oh, that's such a cute baby. Oh, I'd like to have a baby like that at my house. But then she turned back and something happened. She wasn't smiling anymore. She was what? She was sad. That's right. She was very sad. She was sad because Mommy was not there anymore. Oh, she wanted to run. She wanted to cry. She wanted to scream. But she remembered what Mommy had told her, to stay still, to stand still, and Mommy will find her. So she stood still. She didn't want to stand still. She wanted to run. She wanted to cry. But she stood still, and pretty soon she saw somebody and heard somebody. It was Mommy. Mommy was coming down the aisle. So Amber Lamb went running down the aisle to meet her and gave her a great big hug. She was so excited to see her Mommy that day. Mommy said, I know you didn't stay with me like you were supposed to, but you thought big in your brain about what you were supposed to do if you ever got away from Mommy, and that was to stand still. I was able to find you super duper fast because you stood still even though you were afraid. Boys and girls, Amber Lamb, she didn't always do what was right, did she? She went running to somebody else, but even though she didn't do what was right, she stood still and stayed so her Mommy could find her, didn't she? Oh, boys and girls, we need to do that too. Sometimes people don't do things that are very kind to us, do they? Sometimes they may take a toy from us, or maybe we might go running away from the teacher and then they can't find us. But boys and girls, if you think big in your brain, if someone does something unkind to you, you ask for help, don't you? Do you ask for help when somebody does something unkind? Yes, help from the teacher, help from Mommy. Oh, and if you get lost from somebody, you stay where you're at. so they can come back and find you. You did such a good job today. Thank you for all your help today.
The last group we will talk about are the 3-year-olds. 3-year-olds have the longest attention span here in the nursery, and they also have the largest vocabulary. Many times they want to tell you the story while you're trying to tell them a story. So I'll be using the story Amber is a Helper. This is a great story to use around Mother's Day, or even when several mothers in your class are expecting. As I go into the introduction, I'll tell them different concepts or character traits I want them to know, such as being a helper, or finding loud things or quiet things that we'll be able to use in our story. Next, I'll go into the body of the story, and I'll tell how Amber is being a helper, but I will also ask them how they can be helpers, and maybe even talk about their experiences as they were helpers at home or in their classroom. Next, I will make the application. I'll make the application in the conclusion where we talk about different character traits that they could use at home, where we can talk about different concepts of finding things in our home that can be a helper to family members when they're sick or family members when they're not feeling good.
All right, boys and girls, today we're going to be talking about Amber Lamb. Now, you use Amber Lamb not just for stories now, but you use her for something else, don't you? You use her for your what? What are these up here? Your letters, that's right. You use Amber Lamb for your letters. Oh, does she ever come out to you and have a special letter on her tummy?
Yeah.
She does, doesn't she? Well, today, she's not going to use one of those special letters because she's going to tell us a story all about her mommy today, all about her mommy. Amber is a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Amber is a little lamb, as sweet as she can be. Very nice, boys and girls. She got to get up and stretch in the morning and go in and get some breakfast. She had breakfast with Daddy. Oh, Faith, do you ever have breakfast with Daddy? Yeah, you do, don't you? That's good.
I did with my husband.
Remember, we're going to take turns today. Hey, thank you so much, though, for wanting to help.
My mom. Cereal. It's with me too. With raisins on top. I have cereal too.
All right, remember? Oh, just about your turn. Thank you, though. Well, she had breakfast with her daddy. There was somebody, though, that wasn't there. Her mommy wasn't there. Her mommy was still in bed. Now, when Miss Owens was a little girl, my mommy was one of the first people up to help get breakfast or help get ready. But mommy was not up today. She wasn't feeling good. She was sick. Beckett, does your mommy ever feel sick sometimes?
Mine.
Yeah.
Mine
Okay,
will.
Amelia, your turn in a minute. Thank you so much. She does. She gets sick sometimes. Miss Owens even gets sick sometimes. So, Daddy said, Amber, do you mind staying in the house today? Mommy is not feeling good. If you go outside, she will not be able to call you if she needs you. So do you mind staying in the house today? Amber said, sure, I'll stay in the house. I'll listen and I'll obey and listen for her when she calls me. Well, after breakfast, Amber went tiptoeing into her bedroom and she saw Mommy there resting. Now, Mommy was resting, so she felt of her head and oh, it felt hot. It felt very hot. If you feel hot, would you like something to drink, Charlie? Yes? Use your words so big. That's right. Well, you like water to drink. Maybe when we're outside and we get hot, we'd like some water to drink. So she asked her mommy. She said, would you like some water to drink? And she said, yes, I would love some water to drink. So Amber Lamb took the cup of water, put it underneath the faucet, got a little bit of water, and then took it back to her mommy. She carried it with 2 hands so she would not drop it. Mommy got some water and she felt so much better drinking that water. And she asked Amber, she said, do you mind playing in your bedroom today? Mommy's going to take a nap. She's going to lay her head down and just rest and close my eyes for a little while. Amber said, sure, I'll go play in my bedroom. So Amber went to her bedroom and she started playing. She got out this first. What is this?
A coloring page.
A coloring page or a coloring book. Kennedy, do you mind putting that up there for everybody to see?
Yeah.
Thank you. She got out some coloring books and coloring pages to do, and she got her crayons out and she colored some pretty pictures. She even got out some regular paper and made a pretty picture for Mommy. for a get well picture.
Where's
Then she got out something else.
her
She
friend?
got out,
Where's the bear?
well, he's not at her house right now, okay? So she got something else out to play with. What is this, Beckett?
A box.
Blocks, that's right, she got some blocks out to play with. So Beckett, do you mind putting the blocks up? So that way everyone can see? Thank you. She got out blocks to play with. We're gonna go right down here because we got to put other things up here too. Oh, boys and girls, those things are quiet things to play with, aren't they?
Yeah.
Then she went in and she tiptoed and she looked, and Mommy was still sleeping. So she tiptoed back to her room and she got her dolly. You rock a dolly? She got her dolly to rock. Rock-a-bye baby in the treetop. Oh, she rocked the dolly and sang to the dolly really quietly while Mommy was sleeping. Then she went and tiptoed back in one more time to check on her. And Mommy had just started opening up her eyes. She said, Amber, thank you for checking on me. You know what? I'm feeling a little bit better. Do you mind getting one of your books? And I'll read to you for a little while. Oh, Amber was so happy that Mommy could read to her for a little while, so she got up in bed and she sat beside Mommy. Mommy used her quiet voice while she was inside to read to her. Then pretty soon, Daddy came home. Oh, they were so excited to see Daddy. Daddy said, how are my girls feeling? Are you feeling any better, Mommy? She said, yes, she was feeling a lot better. That Amber had been a good helper. She had helped her with getting water. She had helped her being quiet while she rested. And then, boys and girls, Amber got a treat. Daddy took her out to get a special treat for being such a good helper to Mommy. Now, when Amber was being quiet in her room, there were some other things that she could have played with when she was in her room. She had all these other toys in her room. Let's think in our brain and let's think about some of the toys that we can play with that are quiet toys when people in our family aren't feeling good.
Teddy bear?
A teddy bear, that's right. That is a quiet toy. We can squeeze it, we can hold it. Oh, but we can also do what else? We can sing to it or rock it like a big doll baby. That's right. And Amelia, what else did you see? What else? A ball. A ball can be a quiet toy. It can be a loud toy when we're bouncing it outside, but it can also be a quiet toy in the house, can it? As we're playing with it, we can roll it gently on the floor or maybe try to balance a fun teddy bear or a fun stuffed animal on it. Now, are there any toys that we would not want to play with?
A drum.
A drum, that's right, a drum. Thank you, Amelia, for pointing that out. A drum, we would not want to play with a drum when it's...
Because it goes boom.
That's right.
It
And
makes
an
sounds.
airplane. What do we like to do with airplanes?
We fly and we make noise with it and we fly.
That's right, that's right. So that's not a good toy to play with when people are sick, is it?
This one.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all your help today. Oh, Amberland felt so much better, and I'm glad that you were able to help her find things to play with that were quiet toys. Thank you so much.
In conclusion, storytelling is a fun way to interact with the kids and to have lots of fun.